Hello and welcome to DCP Live episode 144. It's another week, another news-inspired things happen at Bungie.
Another new exotic.
Another new exotic that is not new, but new to D2. Newish.
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 Yeah, it's new enough.
It's got new skins, new looks and stuff. This week we got Watts, we got Briar, and returning on the show, right? You've been on before, Burn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That I have.
Returning BurnBxx. Welcome back.
Hello.
How's things been, Burn?
Things have been good. You know, just coming back from GC and all, and then finding out that, you know, bad juju is a thing. And
right? As a lot of people were coming back from GC.
Still haven't even finished up the Lumina quest, and then suddenly, oh, hey, here's another exotic for you to go after, just letting you know.
Pretty much, right?
It was really fast. Yeah, it was really fast how they did it. I wasn't expecting to have another exotic quest to come out so soon.
That was very surprising. Definitely.
It was a week.
Yeah.
A week later.
Yeah.
Here's another quest.
Absolutely. How
doing all your research.
Before
they
we
showed off
jump
like a new exotic.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Before we jump into all that stuff, yeah, I was gonna say, like at GC, how was Guardian Con for you? How was the experience?
It was fun. It was fun. I had the Bungie meet and greet that
Awesome.
They thankfully allowed me to like last minute schedule that in. And yeah, no, they showed off so much stuff. Like at the Bungie booth, they had all these like replica weapons, including the, I guess, the newest exotic machine gun suddenly just out of nowhere.
Just
also,
pops out. The newest.
With the bug in it.
Oh,
yeah,
right. Yeah, they did have a bug.
The bug in it, yeah.
It's the newest pro choice to use when invading a gambit.
Yes, absolutely. Honestly.
Yes. Awesome.
But yeah, overall, GC was,
I think we're all over Hammerhead and Gambit. Yeah. You've been to GC every year, right?
This year would have to be my third year, so I didn't go the first, obviously, to the Sweat Con or whatever it is that they originally called it.
Yeah.
And then the year after, I don't think I had the money to go, so it was the third year of it that I actually went.
Gotcha. Okay. How was like from seeing one of the early ones, the transition to this one? It's like we didn't get to go, but we've been to almost every one of them and seen the evolution. We've heard this year was an amazing evolution, even beyond.
When I first went to GC, it was the third year. So there was like, or third technical year, I guess, you know, I guess it was technically the second year of the actual convention itself, but there was like hardly any food. The VIP section was very, very, very barren. I mean, I guess there was like a Crucible tournament there, so there wasn't really much at that year. And then the next year, when we were actually at the convention center, it was definitely better. There was like a lot more booths there and everything. There was actually like a lot of vendors like selling stuff, you know, so there was a bunch of that. And then this year is actually really, really, really good. Like just like the room that we were in, there was carpeting and it just like the walls and everything. It just looked really, really nice.
Carpeting is a big deal. Yeah.
That sounds like a little detail. That's
huge. Makes a big difference. It is huge.
And the vendors were really, really awesome. I actually ended up getting this at one of the booths. It's a Pokemon. Cool. If any of you will follow Pokemon at all.
The Pokemans?
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, I ended up getting this and a bunch of other stuff as well. So I mean, that was honestly, all in all, as like far as conventions go, it was actually pretty solid.
Awesome.
Like, just everything.
Yeah, sounded great. You're obviously a Pokemon fan. So
are you excited about new Pokemon?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, very, very much so. Every single time I watch a video on it, they're always like revealing like a new Pokemon or some new feature. The moment that I saw the video where they had like the massive Pokemon behind them, I guess
the Giganta whatever thing.
Yeah,
Gigantamax, double Gigantamax,
double RTX Super Gigantamax Ultra Edition.
Those things, yes.
This is how we do. We sidetrack really fast. We are gonna. This podcast is about Destiny, guys. Don't worry. This is just a little detour because Burn's a big.
You can't talk Pokemon. Burn and not talk about Pokemon.
I mean, right? Okay? I mean, come on. Like all your notifications are Pokemon, right?
It's literally everything.
Yeah.
Everything is Pokemon. Emotes, notifications, my room, There's a ginormous Bulbasaur behind me here.
Exactly.
Are you gonna get that? Are you gonna get that new Switch Lite, Burn?
They keep coming out with new stuff. Yeah, I probably am.
Yeah. Is it the
They
collector
give
in
it
you?
more than 2 years without releasing. Here's a new version of it, brand new. Here you go.
All right.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get it though. Yeah.
There's bound to be like a collector's edition, right? Like if you
Probably.
don't buy the initial one, like it's
Gonna have like a special edition with like Pokemon on the sides and everything.
Yeah.
And they're gonna do another edition for like probably like the new Breath of the Wild gets coming out as well. And
Oh,
For
yes,
sure.
yes.
yeah, that
yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the big sellers.
Yep. Well, so yes, this week, Bad Juju came back into the Destiny
did.
universe. And
I was
it's-
wondering when it was going to be here because we kind of heard, we saw I think that it was the
Too many
catalyst
rumors, yeah.
that was data mined. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, when is it going to happen? And it's
Mhm.
finally happened.
It finally happened. It's just, again, to reiterate. So last week, Lumina dropped, and a lot of people were going to GC on Tuesday. They're like, they're going to fly a little bit early, and then suddenly Lumina shows up. It's like, whoa. And then the next week, boom, Bad Juju. So this is kind of unprecedented, right?
Yeah, it's just like exotic here, new
It's so
exotic
many.
reveal at the convention. Here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even really factor that in, but you're right. Yeah, there was kind of like a reveal right there. Of course, Bungie's been getting more and more reveal-ish when it comes to exotics as time has gone
Yeah.
by. They're always like 1,000 voices before Forsaken dropped. They're like, this is the raid exotic. You're going to be able to get that at some point. So, how do you guys, did everybody get it? Bad Juju?
I have it.
Did get it, yes.
Briar.
no, I'm gonna wait to pick it up
Right.
until I need 3 levels of power for the next raid.
Ah,
Oh,
you're going for the PvE sweat version.
Briar's going for the long road.
I see the long con Briar. Got it. All right.
I've already had one, so
You already know what it's about, yeah.
Yeah, Briar, how do you feel about another exotic coming back?
I mean, at this
What's
point,
your
it's to be
emotion?
expected. I think I said last week, like I fully expect every exotic from Destiny 1 to eventually come to Destiny 2.
Yeah.
So it's just about like when's it going to happen for each one of them.
Yeah. I feel the same way. I'm definitely not surprised. I'm just surprised it was back to back. And I know it's funny when a lot of people go like, "Oh, another D1 exotic," and I'm like, "But we just had Lumina." Like
Yeah.
We did just have
they literally just dropped Lumina, and now we got a D1 exotic with a really cool quest. Honestly,
it was.
the
pretty
mission
nice,
was
yeah.
really cool.
yeah.
Did anybody do
mission
the
was
flawless
great.
part of it?
Yep.
Not yet. Haven't gone for flawless yet. I
did.
will do it at some point. I think it'd be really fun to do it flawless, actually.
It's a fun
Mhm.
fun quest. I mean, it's essentially the Leviathan in the Ascendant realm, right?
Yeah, I
Pretty
got to
much,
go.
yeah.
We went to the pleasure gardens, right?
Yeah.
It was part of it. That's in the Ascendant realm, which was really cool.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, I thought that was awesome.
Did you guys end up having the Shriekers open up and attack you at all? Because I actually managed to go throughout the entire mission. I heard the Shriekers, but I didn't see them attack me like throughout half of the mission.
They bugged out.
So
Oh, I don't remember actually.
there were supposed to be Shriekers because I could hear them, and I ADS with my gun, and I saw the outline of them in the dogs area, of like
Mhm.
the Ascendant dogs area. They were all over that where like the big ogre spawns, and then there were Shriekers in the final boss area, but they never opened up
I don't
for me. So I don't
think
know.
I saw Shriekers in the dogs area.
No.
Yeah, I don't think
Okay,
so.
so maybe that was a bug out then, because somebody else came at. They were asking me like, "Hey, how did you do with the Shriekers?" And I was like, "They never happened." They were like,
You're like, wait,
"What?
Shriekers?
What?"
Shriekers.
They were all shocked and stuff.
What? Yeah, that quest is really cool. I like if Bungie keeps on knocking out stuff like that in the future for it. Okay, I feel like all exotics should essentially follow that pathway of some
Mhm.
awesome
I would
badass
love
quest that you do.
Instead of just randomly dropping like, "Oh, hey, I got this exotic. Wow," like from the Nightfall or something.
Yeah, like I mean, I guess there's a time and place for those as well, but like all future stuff, if the majority of those exotics had those type of things, because this is kind of spoilery, but if you haven't done it yet, well, this is a Destiny podcast. At the end of the quest, it shows Bad Juju's head, and the Cabal and the Taken are fighting, And like that was awesome. There was like this fight that was going on that they weren't aware that a guardian had shown up, you know, and the bad juju head was up there, and like the lore behind it, which I don't really understand or know much about, it just seems really cool as well, about it wanting to like kill all existence or some crap like that.
Well, that's another thing, right? Is so bad juju has really cool lore, and Last Word and Thorn also have really cool lore. So I think for those weapons that have the lore where it's super interesting, which is honestly most Destiny lore, having these type of missions and quests are really good, because you kind of get to learn a little bit more about the weapon and the history of it and where it comes from and all of that stuff, which I think is great, because, you know, we can all go and read about it, but having it in the game and knowing a little bit more about the weapon is really cool.
Yeah.
That's way more fun.
I like that a lot.
When Gallahorn comes back, though, I want it to be an RNG drop.
And super rare.
What about when they bring
I want it to be
Icebreaker
a
back,
super rare
super
drop.
like
Super
0.0001% chance from a Dreg in the EDZ.
Is it going to be the OG Gallahorn or the what was it, the Iron Gallahorn? Or what
It'll
do they
be the
call it?
OG one, and then they'll nerf it.
They're going to make it a scout rifle. The Gala Scout.
That's how they buff scout rifles.
They make it a Gallahorn. Yeah. Every 15th shot, it randomly shoots a puppy pack round. That's what it's going to be.
Puppy pack.
Pack,
Instead of wolf pack, it's a puppy pack.
Yeah, you know, it's like Dragonfly versus Firefly type of thing. It's like one of those things. But yeah, that mission, badass. I think Bungie knocked it out of the park with the whole,
was awesome, yeah.
the whole experience.
A really cool mission.
Yeah, you go to the tribute hall. You start doing these things. Callus's statue is all, "What up, nerd?" And you're like, "Okay, nerd, let me put this stuff in here." And then like he gives you this exotic quest, and then you don't know what's in that device. Again, this is all spoilers, but again, this is a Destiny podcast. And you jump into that
Talk
quest.
about Destiny.
Yeah, talk about Destiny. The whole presentation was just fantastic.
Yeah, there's this green ominous looking chest with like this green smoke coming out of it. I'm like, that's probably the juju right there.
Most
That's
likely,
like the juju.
Yeah,
And then Bungie, in a stroke of genius, decided that they were going to bleed the community dry of all of their resources right before Shadow. You know, you remember how they're changing Eververse stuff from Bright Dust, right? Bright Dust is going to be a thing that's going to be a little more difficult to get to.
right.
Burn all your Bright Dust.
So for 45 tributes, you get the catalyst for Bad Juju. In order to get all those, you essentially have to burn a crap load of Glimmer and resources, and also one of them's Bright Dust in order to hit that 45 points of tributes. I actually did everything except for the Bright Dust, because that's where I draw the limit. I was like, you know what? I'm keeping my Bright Dust, damn it.
Good job, Hefty.
You're right. Exactly. And now
have you gone through and like
I only have 9,600 legendary shards left over.
That's it.
That's it, man. I feel broke.
How are you gonna manage?
I feel I'm gonna like have to take out some stocks and bonds or something.
Yeah, I would definitely start holding on to those.
I personally, I'm gonna be getting that 80% discount, and then I will go burn my materials, because like I can do the triumphs until then, right? Like I can work on all of the tributes, just earning them and turning them in.
Getting the title and everything, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then when I get the 80%, then I'll go spend everything. Because it's like 200 and something legendary shards to get one. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Yes. I had 11,500, something like that. And then I dropped it all the way down to 9,600. So that's I feel empty inside. You know? There's also a cheese. What will you
ever do with that, with your 9,000 legendary shards?
You never know. One day you're like, oh, I need 10,000 legendary shards to get by.
I gotta grind 1,000 more.
This is rough. There's a cheese for those that don't know. Yeah, I'll say it on the podcast, whatever. So if you have the ship for the forge, the exotic one, you can print that out for, what is it? 2,500 glimmer and like 3 legendary shards. Or no, 5 legendary shards. You dismantle it, you get 5,000 glimmer and 2 legendary shards back. So you can technically get around the glimmer problem in there, because you run out of glimmer super fast. If yeah, I mean, obviously you can go to Spider as well to get glimmer, but sometimes, as in my case, he was exchanging etheric spiral for 2,500 glimmer, and I was like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Mr. Spider, I'm not doing that.
Spider's seen a lot of business this week. I
Yeah.
swear.
Yeah, for sure.
He has.
Yeah.
Becoming more relevant in the game.
Yep.
Yeah, well, he's been pretty relevant ever since he was introduced, just because of that material exchange. Like when I need to upgrade stuff, and I don't really feel like grinding on a planet for 3 hours to get enough materials. Like it's super easy just to go to Spider and like, please have this for legendary shards or some other material I have.
Yeah,
and he often does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's appreciated. So another thing in the tribute hall, it's kind of became like a shooting range, or I mean, it essentially is once you start.
That is dope.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
Yeah,
there's a spot on the wall that you can toggle the tribute, and it gives you like heavy ammo. You can also toggle in a hive sword, and you can toggle like an ogre in, fallen enemies, and you can shoot them, hit them with swords, whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
so you can test damage and stuff.
Yeah, this is a Destiny first.
It's also cool that you can get up close to them and just like check them out without them like trying to kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can actually like view the design of the things that you've been just killing super fast and running over, not actually, admiring like what the enemies actually look like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, this is like a screenshotter's paradise right here. You can go no HUD.
That's a good point.
Like be able to 4K it on PC, go up and get the right angle of like a drag or a vandal or whatever, or a captain, then be able to go and cut it out for your YouTube clip thing.
At that moment, I almost considered like the thought of like, what if Bungie and added like a photo mode to Destiny where you could just be in like free roam, take photos of your Guardian. I know it's kind of miscellaneous, and honestly, obviously, we are not obviously asking for that. But would it be if they just decided to throw it in as a feature at some point and be like, hey, here's a little neat thing? I would not mind it,
I think in Destiny it would be really cool because it's their designs are beautiful, their worlds are beautiful. Like it's such a beautiful game that photo mode would be super cool.
Back in the Halo days, didn't they have like a machinima mode where you could actually like control a camera and like watch your friends?
So
and, like, kind of make machinima with that.
Yeah, you'd do like a custom match, and you could load up that file, the custom match, and it would save everything that happened right there, so you could shuttle in and out of it and like move your viewpoint. So you can go and essentially record an instance of stuff happening, or record your previous match, and then go check it out and see exactly who actually shot you with that sniper shot, and be like, "Oh, nice shot! That's where you were." Yeah,
that'd actually be I would not mind that feature in Destiny 2 at all. That would be awesome.
It would clear up some garbage. Be like, "What the hell?"
It's like always glitching.
It wouldn't fix anything. It would just make you more aware of it.
It'd just be like, this guy really was behind the wall and shot me.
It would just give Tefty more fuel to be on stream and say, guys, the netcode.
Netcode is unfavorable.
Yeah. I think Call of Duty at one point had something like that, and they stopped adding it. And I can only assume it was because, well, I mean, I'm sure it takes development resources to make something like that.
Sure.
But there were so many videos where you just see like, okay, here's where I ran behind cover. Here's where this guy actually shot, and then I died. Like you see so many videos of that. Like, why are we providing this tool to make you help you make us look stupid?
Instead of being like, oh, was I behind that? Oh, I guess I wasn't behind the wall.
Yeah,
you can look and be like, yes, I was.
Yep. I think it's kind of like with the actual connection bars being removed from D1 to D2. I think at a certain point they're like, this just isn't helping because everybody is like a yellow or a red bar at some point playing the game to somebody. And so just causes a bunch of heartburn in the community being like, you're a red bar warrior, god damn it.
It's like if they're like red barring but they're not actually lagging, but if anybody ever dies to somebody who has a red bar, that is like the first thing that they would always claim to how they died is just, oh, he was red bar, that was how I died. That's the only reason, only explanation.
Pretty much.
It's great because now nobody can tell that I have a lag switch. It's awesome. Like I'm totally anonymous. Really appreciate the change.
Yeah, there you go. So Tribute Hall, Tribute Hall is really cool. I'm very impressed with what they did with that. Honestly, I didn't expect to come into this week feeling that blown away by what happened with what they did with the tributes and all that. I was like, the tributes are probably going to be some sort of page book I click on that are like triumphs.
Yeah, just get like maybe like a bit of score, a little bit of emblems,
Yeah, I was expecting to load it up and being like, well, whatever, But it's a whole area. I hope it doesn't go away. I don't know if they confirmed that or not. I mean,
I would
think people
hope
said it was
not.
here to stay, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would
don't
assume that they'd
quote me
keep
on
it
that.
because it's like a shooting range. They have that the triumph for doing the mission flawless and solo, and people are gonna want to keep trying to do that. You know?
Yeah, and that's the only way to get bad juju as well. So
Yeah.
seems
So yeah,
like
it has to stay.
seems like it's not going to go away or anything. So that's really cool. In a great place. Plus, it costs a lot of resources to fully kit out that place.
And it's cool, yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, exactly. It looks really cool when you have a bunch of them and there's a bunch of things that you can toggle the triumphs. It's really cool.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
So does this mean that Callus is always going to be our buddy?
I hope so. I really don't want him to go away. He's one of my favorite characters in Destiny.
Man.
Is he buttering us for the kill? Buttering us up? Fattening us up?
Fattening us up?
He doesn't ever really
He
care
doesn't seem
about
like he's not a bad guy, but it's not.
Oh, he
Is he a
seems kind of
bad guy
bad.
though? I don't know.
I think he's a bad guy. What was there? There was something in the lore about how Guardians getting Shadow, having that Shadow title, actually have a lot of lore implications because that means that we're one of Callus's shadows.
That's
But
a
we need
large shadow to cast.
But yeah, he. I don't know. I think he would easily turn on us and kill us.
That's how I feel.
But he just knows how powerful we are, so he's keeping us around.
Yeah, I feel like he
wants to use us, right?
While we
he's
were
probably using us for something else in the long run.
Yeah, when we were in the Leviathan raid, we suddenly like lost track of time. Nobody knows where those 5 hours went, and he installed self-destruct buttons in our necks. So anytime we fall out of line, just boom, self-destruct in the neck. The ghost goes away. Cal's is bad.
Although the ghost itself, if you guys follow the Drifter lore, you know, like the quest line for Vanguard and Drifter, you know, Drifter was like pointing out that the ghost is actually like not a good guy either, or don't trust your ghost at all.
Really? I don't trust the Drifter though. Drifter could be like, listen, your mom, you might want to watch out. She's probably going to poison you at some point. And be like,
I trust Ikora. It's about it. That's about the extent of my my trust.
Drifter seems like he's really fun to hang out with on the weekend, but you're not going to call him if your car breaks down.
Yeah,
he's not that guy.
like you don't want to invite him over for like dinner or something.
Oh no, you don't want him at your house.
No, you don't want the Drifter knowing where you live or anything like that. He's
no
exclusively. Oh hey, you again? What's going on? Yeah, let's go party.
That dude's leaving.
Here's a
with
gun. Have some wine. Here's some gold, and then you leave.
Yeah, be like, all right, I'm done with this thing. You and me, Drifter. We're done. That's how the Drifter feels me.
So with this update came a new title for us all to get. And this is the first title that Bungie has put in Destiny that is time limited, right?
Right.
Because if you don't do the 2019 Moments of Triumph stuff, you will not be able to get the title. So what do you guys think about that?
It doesn't give you any score, so it's fine, I think, you know? Because like all the triumphs in it are just 0 score everywhere. So I mean, it's just like a little exclusive thing to show, hey, I did this at this time, and this is the title that I had because I played here, you know? I don't mind it. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm with Burn. I like when there's stuff that's kind of time limited and like kind of represents your experience at a certain time with the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that way too. Honestly, like it's okay for things to be in a moment when you can get it. Yeah,
I have no problem with it at all. I think it's really cool to have stuff that can show that that's when you were playing as a player, and especially going into September, you know, there's probably going to be a lot of new players. So for you to have a title that was exclusive before Shadowkeep, before free to play and all that stuff it's really cool. And the title's not too difficult to get. I think most people could probably work on it and knock it out.
Yeah. All right. Devil's advocate. Guys, this is lame. I've been out all summer on vacation. I come back, can't get this damn title. What the hell, man?
How long is it around for, actually, if we know, by the
way?
End of August.
End of August, yeah. That's good. Oh, that might be Pope Bear, actually. Yeah, he's going to come back. Actually, no, he's going to finish it.
I was trying to channel Pope, guys. That's what I was trying to do.
It was pretty bad, Tev.
Yeah?
That wasn't true. I wasn't truly being offended.
Well, I don't feel like Pope is always truly being offended.
I'm on vacation.
Yeah?
No, Pope definitely plays devil. Sometimes he says he's playing devil advocate though, and he's really not.
Oh yeah,
He's saying
he's
it's just
heated about something.
The hate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, I mean, I don't think any of us have any objections with them doing stuff like that. In fact, I think we welcome it even more so in the game.
Oh yeah.
Right?
I've had a couple other streamers also just point out saying, yeah, they would like some more like exclusive stuff for the people that were playing at that time, you know. And so then, because they mentioned like, you know, like the whole clan banner. If your clan got rank 5, you know, you get a free, you know, you get a banner for your clan, and that shows that you played around that time. But you know, they just wanted like more stuff like, around to like show that, hey, this is exclusive because I was here at this time, you know. So yeah. I think
exactly. You were playing at this time.
It's included in Moments of Triumph too, right? Which Moments of Triumph is literally about the past year that you've played. So if you weren't around for something, then that's just what it is. That's how Moments of Triumph has always been. If you've wanted to get every single triumph in that Moments of Triumph, you've had to do everything. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. And speaking of things that not everybody can get now, I've been rocking a Future War Cult emblem. Beautiful Future War Cult emblem, and I throw on my Trials emblem, Future War Cult emblem. There you go. That's great. I implore everyone who has Future War Cult emblems to rock those emblems, to let Bungie know that you would like Future War Cult to be brought back for the faction stuff. You can forget about the other ones. Don't worry about the other ones. Future War Cult's great.
No Dead Orbit?
Actually, thank you.
All right. Never mind, guys. Next topic.
Just avoid over it. Gloss over it completely.
What else with the... Actually, we didn't really talk about Bad Juju specifically in terms of how it performed. So it's String of Curses back and it stacks to 5. And when it hits 5, it I think it doubles the super generation and the attack. So it hits like a truck at times 5.
Yeah.
Right?
And you don't have to reload.
You get your ammo back.
Yep. I actually think this Bad Juju feels better than D1 Bad Juju.
Yeah.
Which is really
nice. It feels really smooth. It feels crispy. It feels sticky. It doesn't feel like it's, bouncing all over the place. Just everything about the gun just feels really good. Like it's a solid feeling gun.
I have the different experience.
Fun fact, Bad Juju was actually my very first gun my very first exotic that I ever got in Destiny 1 because I had the worst RNG in the world in vanilla Destiny. So I just went with the exotic quest.
Nice.
When I got it, it was actually awful. It was the worst gun.
It was really bad in vanilla D1.
Terrible. So then after they buffed it, I think it was around year 3 that they buffed it. And it was definitely better, but it wasn't up to, Grasp of Mallet, Clever Dragon level in terms of good, but it was still, it was definitely better. So yeah, I do agree that this version that we have right now in D2 is actually the best Bad Juju that we have seen so far in Destiny. Honestly, I definitely think it's worth going after.
Definitely worth going after. Highly agree on that. My experience is a little bit different though. And I don't know if it's a mouse and keyboard thing, but that range stat is half of what the Blast Furnace is on mine. My Blast Furnace is nearly max range. I don't really use the Blast Furnace much anymore, but the Blast Furnace is insanely crispy because of that range stat. And range in D2 is I feel like they made it really, really important in D2, especially on mouse and keyboard. And the Bad Juju definitely lacks a certain crispiness in comparison to the Scout Rifle of Blast Furnace, because that's what it essentially feels like.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's a mouse and keyboard thing versus controller, or if it's just...
I feel like Bad Juju actually kills faster for me than Blast Furnace. It just shreds everybody because it shoots so fast and it is really sticky. Or at least from my experience, it seems to or maybe it's the recoil or something control. Maybe that's why it feels better. But yeah, Juju does a lot of... It just shreds people in PvP. I was running around with it in PvP and it kills really fast.
And again, you're using the controller,
I really enjoyed it. I am, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if there is a factor in there with aim assist and how it's adjusting the recoil, because I noticed the first few shots with mouse and keyboard is very accurate, and then the subsequent bounce seems to be really inaccurate, which is super weird. This is my only criticism of the gun, because I've noticed on Blast Furnace will be just whoa, okay, those are headshots. That's weird. And then towards the end of the magazine of Bad Juju, it's like, huh, some weird inaccuracies going on here. This is weird. But I also notice if I just don't strafe, it feels to be more accurate, which is weird. Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know. It's a weird peculiarity that I've seen. But super generation, if you get ×5 string of curses, all that stuff is fantastic about the gun.
Does it have random dragonfly on it too?
So there's this thing with Bad Juju where it's every around 150 kills with it. It does a massive explosion, a spooky green smoke explosion, and that does a lot of damage. So
Really?
we don't know what that is. Like maybe that was a perk that was on the gun and then it was taken off, but not
Like a
fully.
glitch.
I don't know.
That's like coded in, you know, or something that was coded
Yeah,
in, but then
coded
taken out
somewhere.
last minute. Probably.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I first saw the video from CC-kun on Twitter and he was like, anyone know what this explosion is? And I was like, no. So he went and tested it. He went into the Shadow Thrall room in Whisper Mission and counted how many he killed before the explosion happened. And he said that it was around 150.
Yeah, I saw that.
Huh.
Some random
Weird to build up
explosion.
effect, kind of, and that you know will release at a certain point. But yeah, it doesn't really sound intentional. I don't think.
Yeah, it seemed like a bug that would snuck in.
I don't know. It's just a spooky green smoke cloud explosion.
Yeah.
So it's a
Kinda
very
like
it's a
what's on
very
the chest
bad looking
for the bad juju.
Yeah, it looks like that.
Yeah, maybe it's like foretelling necrochasm coming.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
That would totally come in Shadowkeep too. Because that was a
Necrochasm,
hive
definitely.
weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spooky haunted necrochasm.
That sounds awesome.
I'm pretty excited for that.
Yep. And it's a rocket launcher with 450 rounds. Yeah. Pretty cool. I like what they did with Bad Juju.
If you guys could have at least 2 exotics be brought back with Shadowkeep, what would those be?
Haven't they brought them all back yet?
There's Hawkmoon hasn't come back. There's
We're missing Monte Carlo. We're missing Icebreaker. No way.
Ooh, Monte Carlo.
Plan C.
Briar's favorite first curse hasn't come back.
First curse could totally be a
They could
totally
rework that.
Shadowkeep thing too.
Yeah. No Land Beyond.
There's things
yeah.
that I want back, but I don't think it fits into Shadowkeep at all.
Well, so Necrochasm, Dark Drinker, I could see those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are kind of. Oh, also Touch of Malice.
Oh, I'd love.
Apparently, they showed Monte Carlo in the Vidoc, so that is coming.
Oh, really?
With Shadowkeep.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Monte Carlo's coming back. Man, I hope it has Swashbuckler on it. Guys, I love Swashbuckle.
That'd
I
be
want
amazing.
Swashbuckle on everything. I want a
On
Swashbuckle
everything.
hand cannon. I want a Swashbuckle sword. That sounds great.
What if Monte Carlo has a finisher? What if there's exotic
yes,
finishers? Because it's got the blade that was useless
Yeah.
in D1,
Cool.
and it was like, why aren't
Right.
you stabbing when you have a blade? Like the gun has an impaler going on.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
See, that would be really cool. And I think that they could do that because when you look at Liar's Handshake, when you have that perk active and you punch someone, it's a different animation and you stab them with the talon on your gloves.
really?
So yeah, if they've done that for the exotic,
You're
that would
right.
be
Yeah. I've seen that.
So-
I was testing a Liar's Handshake with the 1-2 punch perk because
Yep.
that was down damage. By the way, if you guys don't already have a shoddy with 1-2 punch, you are missing out on some massive PvE damage.
Nice. So some melee override type of stuff could happen with that if they're doing these finishers and Monte Carlo, and then like what comes next. Like it'd be cool if
Red Death. Yeah.
Exotic Swords had like custom finishers.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
They could do a lot with those finishes actually. If you want me to buy an ornament for Monte Carlo and a finisher where I get to use the blade,
Yep.
I will.
Yeah,
I will do.
that'd be hard to resist, honestly, for that one.
That'd be hard that'd be hard to implement because all of a sudden, what if one was, well, if you buy this ornament that gives you this finisher, it happens twice as fast in PvP, giving you an adadvantage.
You'd have to make sure they're all the exact same time to activate.
Yeah.
Which then maybe I don't know how they're gonna do that. which is interesting in general. Because maybe the Warlock one is faster than the Titan one or something already, which wouldn't work very well either for balance.
Well, that works as long as you don't pay for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as there's no inconsistency. I'm okay if they do some cosmetic visual changes for those finishers for some microtransactions.
Yeah, maybe it's the same thing, but instead of punching them, you stab them with your Monte Carlo.
Yeah, you know, it's just...
I want to go full on Mortal Kombat finishing moves.
Rip a head off?
Boy.
Yeah, I want to be reaching in, grabbing a heart, plucking it out, feeding it to my ghost.
Dark Drinker?
Like an Apex Legends kind of thing where you risk like using the finisher, but you know, at the same time you could still be shot at any moment.
Yes.
Mid-finish.
Style points.
I do like the idea of feeding the heart to the ghost. That's cool.
Yeah, right? I feel like my ghost is hungry for some hearts. The heart of your guardian.
Needs to taste some flesh and blood.
It's still a rated T15 game, you guys.
It is.
I imagine Dark Drinker would start at the knees, chop the knees off, slide around, torso cut, slide around, head lopped off. It. That's the finisher.
Can we do can we just take the Dark Trigger and fillet him? So just the skin peels off.
I think that's Ray's Lighter.
Muscle and skeleton. Okay.
See, Ray's Lighter would be an uppercut that completely cuts them in half, and then they just fall apart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm talking just the skeletal and muscle structure stays there, but just the skin falls off. It just flops off.
Oh, okay.
It makes a nice wet, juicy sound when it hits.
Yuck. Briar, this is what happens, man. When we crash land, we have to eat you. All right. So watch out.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Briar likes gore.
I got dark.
That's what happens when you're on the menu, man. So you better watch out.
To be
Discord is having some problems right now.
Yeah, Discord is going weird.
Okay. I would like some ghost
was on my end.
though. Yes. I would like the ghost to just run over and just suck the light out of a guardian. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Huh, Scooby-Doo
Suck the
style.
light out of a guardian.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
G, put it in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Menagerie got patched.
Yeah, rest in peace, Menagerie, right?
Have any of you played Menagerie since then?
I played it yesterday.
Heroic for, mods, obviously. Because, getting the taken armaments is kind of hive armaments. It's kind of a good thing, I guess, yeah.
It is, yeah. Yeah, I've only done it once. I only did the heroic to get the flawless for Shadow title, but I haven't done it. But I think I still will do the Menagerie run. Like if I get, a Rune of Desire and I want to go for a Waking Vigil or something, I might hop in, do a run, and then just go do something else. I'm just not going to sit and grind Menagerie.
Yeah, it's not worth grinding.
What if they locked an exotic behind them, completing a Menagerie or something? So then you had that many chances a week on each character to go after that. Maybe that would give more people an incentive to want to go and try it out.
See, the problem is it's still just you either have it or you don't type of problem.
Yeah.
And that's what Menagerie is now, is that you either have the drop or you don't, as opposed to, can I get this roll that is pretty rare, but I'm getting it enough times to where I'd like to go in and see if it drops. And well, that Menagerie is gone now, unfortunately. I feel like I only want to play it if there's heavyweight.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then the runs will be really fast.
I did it yesterday. Did it 3 times. By the 3rd time, I was like, all right, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, if it wasn't in the game there, we'd obviously be having a different opinion completely about it. We wouldn't really care if it wasn't already in the game for that amount of time.
Yeah.
It's it was already there though, and we kind of want it back, I guess. But
yeah, it's because it was there for so long. If it was, it's like we said before. If it was here for a week or something, and then it was gone, it's like, okay, well that was the super farm week. Now it's back to we had it for a while.
Yeah.
So.
Guys, can we just leave the Discord call and restart? Because this is happening a lot. So I'm going to hit leave and then I'm going to restart it.
All right.
Waiting for Watts to leave. There we go. Start video call. There we go.
Okay, we'll see how this
Hopefully that's better because it was consistently getting more and more worse. Sorry, live viewers, listeners. Sorry about that.
Also, sorry, Nick, for having to crop this out of the volume.
Yep. All right. Well, Menagerie, rest in peace. You were.
Yeah, I didn't get to farm for a waking vigil either. I was still working on Ostringer because I have a really good role, but there was another role that it would be really nice to just try out, get it, see what I think about it.
Well, I actually managed to get the God roll Ostringer with what was it? It was Eye of Storm, Accurized, Full Bore, and Rangefinder, I believe.
Nice.
Yeah, it's the one that I
is
have.
The God roll.
Oh, that's the God roll for at least for PvP it is.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Rangefinder. I think I would really like Opening Shot or Rampage. Yeah. So I want one just to try it and see how it feels, and then if I like the Rangefinder one more, then I can go back to using that. But yeah, I wanted to try it.
Honestly, I was very I really, really wanted to go for an Outlaw Rampage kind of role instead, but everybody was like, no, that's not a role. That's not a good role for PvP. No, you want this. This is your role. And I was like, okay, sure, whatever, whatever it is. I mean, I've got 6 just sitting in the vault right now because I'm still debating on what's good, what's not, because stuff always gets changed all the time anyway in terms of perks. So it's good to have bonus rolls.
True.
Yeah, I ended up getting some decent Ostringers, and then I still just like the exotic hand cannons best. It'd be nice to free up an exotic slot, but Thorn is still just my favorite right now when it comes to PvP. Thorn is great. Also, Last Word is great. It's tough, really.
Ace is still solid.
Yeah, Ace is solid. All those it's tough to not want to use one of those when it comes to PvP specifically. I did get an Outlaw Rampage early for an Ostringer with Accurized. I think extended barrel or full bore, whatever, one of the long range barrels, and a range.
Full bores, yeah, good one, yeah.
Range masterwork on there, and that's been great for PvE when I do want to run something like that. So that's been awesome. I was worried about Beloved because I was like, man, I'm not gonna get the quick draw snapshot, and then I finally got it. Quick draw snapshot, Accurized rounds. I got small bore. I didn't get the barrel. That's good on it. I got that.
Yeah, I don't think it matters.
Yeah, it probably doesn't matter as much.
You got the good stuff.
Yeah, definitely got the good stuff. And then I also got Snapshot, Moving Target, Accurized, Fluted Barrel.
I've got that, as well, yeah.
That's my favorite roll.
So did you try? You tried the Snapjaw? What did you think?
I tried Snapjaw, and I don't know what it is. I feel like the Moving Target with Targeting Adjuster is just you get freebie headshots every now and then. There's still, PvP in Destiny is RNG all the time. You can aim at somebody's head and decides that you shot its clavicle. Sorry, it's not a headshot.
Bloom.
You shot him right in the neck right here where there's a gray area and it doesn't count as a headshot. So I feel like the targeting adjuster, the moving target one feels the most sticky and the most oh wow, I can't believe that's a headshot. Okay, cool. Or there'll be times where just it calculates it correctly. But yeah, I got those.
Yeah,
I was happy to see those.
I still love my Snapjaw. My Snapjaw still, it just feels so good. It's just really smooth. It's fast. You get some crazy shots. I really like it.
The other thing too is I'm using Dragon Shadow with 5 Paragon mods.
Yeah,
so I always, I always technically have quick draw with that up all the time. So
yeah, I've been using Liar's Handshake a lot. just getting that melee hit where you instantly just kill someone with one shot melee, get your health back, and then you just keep doing it over and over again. It's just really fun.
Sounds good.
Getting your health back is actually that is a very, very, very nice perk, especially for hunters, because hunters are kind of lacking on the self-heal abilities when it comes to PvP, especially.
Yeah, for sure.
Have you ever blade barrage somebody directly in front of you in PvP and it didn't hit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good times.
You ever tether somebody directly in front of you and they have enough time to swipe you with their super and kill you, then they get tethered?
That's every time. That's
since 2015.
That's really every single time.
Excuse me? Have you had a different experience? This is exactly how it works all the time. Oh my
They
god.
really need to work on tether. It doesn't one shot. It definitely does not activate right away. Like literally, if they're running Dawnblade, they'll just fly right past it. If they're running, like you literally can just maneuver around it because the range for it that picks up does not stretch far enough to grab anybody. It's like,
yeah, no, they need to do something. But I know it's really good in PvE and not everything super one shot. It would. I looked at Briar's picture and he was just nodding.
He's so slow. Oh my goodness.
That was like a slowdown effect on the machine. Be like,
this is Briar's face was.
Yeah, Briar just went like this. He was like,
he was just.
Discord is crap in the bed.
Changing the region to the
Discord,
server.
are you good? Come back, Discord.
Oh my god. Can someone please give us the clip of Briar furiously nodding?
Yeah, aggressive nod, Briar.
We need to make that a GIF. Yeah.
Oh man. Well, now that we've discussed hunters being bad in PvP.
Unless you're on console, then they're great.
Because of the field of view?
You jump up and they're like, don't know where you went. It takes too long for me to move.
The old jumpy jump.
Idea.
I mean, that's...
On PC, it's only Titans.
Yeah. You see a lot of Titans on PC. There's a lot of...
I don't know, Warlock Blink is actually good, though, because like the new helmet, though, you know, the one that gives you your blink back faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I have to make a Warlock tomorrow, guys.
Yikes. Maybe you can call in sick?
I called in sick today. I was supposed to... Like, oh man,
yeah, I can't
so
make
busy.
It. I'm really sick.
Wow. Whoa.
Just the thought of a warlock is making me barf. Sorry, guys, can't come in.
Feeling a little sick today. Bullshit.
I need for the shadow title. I only need a scout rifle from the raid. So I was like, let me just make another character just to make sure that I have 2 runs to get it. So.
Oh, why don't you just make another hunter? Oh, that's right. They don't allow you multiple drops, right?
Yeah, you can get loot twice. That'd be nice.
That would be nice.
I actually at some point had 3 Titans back in Destiny 1. Just because I used to be like a Titan main. So that's all that I would do is just run all Titans. And, you know, because we were always at, what, power level or light level 29. I think. Whoa, Discord, you good?
The audio version of this will be great. Besides the interruptions of us.
I just changed the region of the server.
Oh, you did? Okay. I was about to say. Yeah. I was like, I literally just looked to see.
Is this the clip of Briar?
Let me see this here.
Okay. 3 times. Yes.
Okay, I can't watch the clip. I'm just gonna laugh. That was amazing.
All right, now that we've recovered from more Discord issues, hopefully maybe we should remember to go East Coast because I think East Coast is usually better. West Coast servers seem to have issues. Anything else going on in Destiny World? Got Bad Juju, Death of Menagerie, Tribute Hall, badass, like that. Hunters need a buff.
How do you guys feel about the shotgun from Menagerie actually? Because that's in the primary slot now.
Imperial Decree.
Man, I hate that it's in the primary slot. Because all the guns that I like using are like hand cannons and pulse rifles and stuff are all in the primary slot. So I have to go with usually a 180 hand cannon, which is why people were looking for Waking Vigil, right? Because it's a good hand cannon and it's an energy. Yeah, so I got Swashbuckler on it. I wanted Swashbuckler Grave Robber, but I got Swashbuckler something else. I can't remember.
I used to really like the Jack King Queen in the energy slot for a hand cannon.
Yeah, that was really good.
Oh, yeah.
I know it's been a while, but that was a good energy weapon hand cannon.
Yeah, it's still good, honestly. I've got killed by it, I think, a couple weeks ago. I was like, oh, Jack Queen King. Nice. Vintage. Yeah.
I remember, and I tried using the Monononon during the Iron Banner bounty. You know, like when you had to use all the different weapon types, and it was actually doing not bad. But it could also just be because there was also people also using horrible weapons. So it's like, you know, it could be not bad. It could just be because they were also, you know, at a bigger disadvantage. So
yeah, it's like when somebody posts a clip, they're like, "This weapon destroys people," and the other people are like just standing there going, they're not shooting at you. How's this?
Randomly ran across 6 people whose controller batteries all died at the same time.
Yeah, who just suddenly got called to dinner. Yeah.
You guys want to do some Twitter questions?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
sure, yeah.
All right. First one comes from Wayne. Reckoning stands out as arguably the worst game mode Destiny 2 produced this year, but I still have faith that it could be made viable. What changes do you think they could make to Reckoning to increase its daily population?
Guaranteed loot.
There it is. Guarantee a drop. I will absolutely play it a few times. 100%. If there was a guaranteed drop every single time, like a menagerie, I'd be like, well, I might get the spare rations. Let's see.
Yeah, they need to make it a guaranteed drop. It's obviously we're not going to be able to choose what drops from it, but right now you could do, 10 runs and not get any weapon drop at all. So yeah, 100%. I would, if you could do that, I would go and look for a swashbuckler with spare rations.
Yep.
Reckoning also isn't as fun as Menagerie. Part of it is because it's very repetitive. Like with Menagerie, you go in, it's a little bit different.
It's different every time, kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Reckoning is very much the same thing every time you go through it. And I find that some of the encounters are just really boring. Like that bridge encounter, I find to be super repetitive and just like long.
Yeah.
And once you kind of figure out how to do it, then it just feels like it just takes forever to get through it.
Yes. I'm going to go with a solid yes on that, Briar. Everything. Like Menagerie at least gets broken up, and then at a certain point you see it all always, and you're like, okay, yeah, I've been doing this before, but at least you just don't know if it's going to be the same one, and some of the enemies can be different. This one, it's like, the bridge again, the opening area again.
It's more engaging, Menagerie. You're breaking up what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Reckoning is just stand in, spot, shoot super, kill things.
Yeah. Oh, and you can fail Reckoning too. If you fail Reckoning, and you're like,
you can fail. Yeah.
If you don't have a warlock, you're pretty much, you better have a scout on to kill those vandals, because making it across the bridge is not that easy without a warlock. And I solo queue in the Reckoning every so often, just because I still don't have minor resist. So yeah, on the most part, when we don't have a warlock, I'm like, all right, I guess I'm gonna have to focus on the range.
And then you requeue and you get back in the same group that doesn't have a warlock, because there's only fucking 4 people.
There's like no one playing.
Right. I know it's tuned for 4 people, but if they could retune it for 6 people and make a match make 6 people, and not,
that'd be good. That'd be cool.
And not let it fail, and have it so you have to just put in some sort of synthesized mote to guarantee a reward to drop. Now we're talking.
Yeah, because Prime right now, Gambit Prime is way better for actually getting the weapons, because you can kind of control which one drops if you're doing the right activity. Like you're banking a ton of motes, you can get the spare rations.
Isn't it only if it's? I thought that's only for the Masterwork one though, or the curated.
I'm not sure. Maybe that is the case. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess if you're looking for the curated one, you can do that.
Yeah, you can control it for that, but if you want a randomly rolled spare rations, it's still straight up RNG. The end of the quest or the end of the match.
It does seem to drop more often in Prime than Reckoning.
Yeah.
And if you lose, you might get a drop still.
Exactly.
Whereas if you fail in Reckoning, you're not getting anything.
Yeah, it's like, well, good luck, do it again. Thanks for spending.
It's funny, all of my good rolls with like Swashbuckler, and I also got like a really good 1-2 punch as well. Last Man Standing, and just they all came from Gambit Prime. Like none of my good rolls came out of Reckoning at all.
Same.
The most frustrating part of Reckoning to me was the tier 2, because I came to it super late because I didn't play a lot of Gambit, and like tier 1 was easy enough that everybody could get through it, can just kind of fumble through it. But all the players who had been at it for a while were already in tier 3, so tier 2 was just filled with people who didn't know how to do it, and were just trying to get it was so frustrating being in tier 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just so miscellaneous. Like, it's like the middle ground that nobody really wants to go in. Like, if you're farming for the resist mods, you're either doing tier 1, or if you're farming for good gear, or you're doing tier 3. But tier 2 is just kind of like why do you want to run it, you know?
Yeah, the strange stepping stone, right?
It's also an activity that was created specifically because of how powerful we were. Because it was you can totally tell Reckoning was something where it's like, you guys are super strong, you can just chain your supers with all of these exotics. That's why all of the enemies just come and try and knock you off, because that's the only way they're going to kill you, because you can just spam supers. So and now that's not the case. I mean, maybe you can get enough orbs to just spam supers now.
I think you still can. Yeah.
Yeah.
In that,
Good,
because you're just standing in one spot for so long.
Yeah.
The Destiny Show says, what are some ways Bungie could have made Season of Opulence better? I'm pretty satisfied with Season of Opulence so far.
Release Shadowkeep early?
That would make it better.
There you go.
Could have come with free M&Ms.
Yeah.
I would be okay with that. Yeah.
Give me free silver. Here's 5,000 free silver.
50,000
Yeah.
free
50,000
silver?
free
Cash in
silver.
the pocket for spending money. Yeah, that would have been nice.
I know, like, overall, Season of Opulence is like really, really solid. Like, the raid is really good. It was good for the world's first run, you know, with the modifier. Like, that was fun to, you know, experiment with. And then just running the raid now is still really fun. Doing Menagerie is fun. Getting the gear looks really beautiful, by the way. I have an obsession with things that are black and gold. So this is like my favorite thing right now.
Nice.
because that's all the gear is just black gold with like the little purple gems on everything. It was like good design choice. Just I don't really dislike much of anything right now, honestly.
Yeah, it's in a good spot.
Yeah,
right?
I've been satisfied.
Yeah.
PvP
Yeah, it's definitely the best season they've had out of the the year past.
Yeah, PvP still needs some love, that's for sure. But
that's what they could have done.
Dedicated servers.
There you go.
Shadowkeep.
Yeah, they could have put dedicated servers.
They could have brought Trials of Callus, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, a
Trials
little
of
something
Chaos.
for the PvP crowd would have been appreciated for sure.
Imagine Trials of the Shadow.
Oh,
I like it.
That'd
That
be
sounds
nice.
dangerous.
yeah. And it's it's only one map. Like back in the day when Trials first came out, it was just Burning Shrine, and it's an Ascendant Realm map.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
And whoever
I
the
like that.
loser is, if they have a Warlock on their team, the Warlock gets deleted.
Yes.
High stakes.
Perfect. This sounds great.
Feels bad.
Flying Mango says,
Or you
would
just like
you
spawn
rather...
the warlock in like an alternate realm, and they have to go through this obstacle course of death.
Oh,
to
yeah.
try and get out.
Yeah, in order to save their Warlock, they have to go through an insane jumping puzzle.
Ah, there you go. Loser must complete jumping puzzle to go to next match.
Oh god, awful.
Flying Mango says, would you rather fight one callus-sized duck or 100 duck-sized calluses?
Okay, hold on. Let's Callus
I
We've
feel
seen
like
callus, have we?
True.
We've seen
And he's been multiple
representations of him.
sizes.
What if he's like a Napoleon kind of character where he's like really like about a foot tall?
I think he is.
Oh,
I think he's a scion.
He's a really,
I think he's a scion.
really plump scion. Yeah.
Yeah, he just walks out. He's like, "Hey guys, I'm Callus."
I bet it is
Using a
that
voice
way
changer.
because his voice is like, yeah, his voice is clearly changed to be deeper.
Yeah.
I feel like I fight callus-sized ducks all the time in Destiny. I feel like that's what I just did.
Yeah, massive
But
scion.
it's would you rather, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. So if
Little mini calluses would be really funny to watch.
It would. See a little chubby little nuggets just running around.
how many?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 100 duck-sized calluses. That sounds funnier to me.
That sounds funny.
What would it?
Tether once. There you go.
What would a group of those calluses be called? Because a group of ducks or mallards is a sort of
Calli.
mallards.
Callusi?
I'd say it's like a
murder
murder crows type of thing.
a murder of calluses.
A drink of calluses.
A goblet.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Zabe says, does anyone think we'll get Sparrow Racing back? I kind of miss it. Guardian out. Yo, we get this question every week. I don't put it in here every week, but we get it every week.
Really?
Multiple
There's
times
a lot
usually.
of people
Yeah.
that really like sparrow racing. I'm not
Yeah.
one of those people, but I would like to see it back for those people.
Like Fallout. You know, Fallout really got into
Fallout,
sparrow
yeah.
racing, and I think we can use his example as saying these people are clearly insane. Like if
They're
you
off
look at
their
Fallout
rocker.
as the
They're
model,
nuts. What else do we have to say?
If they did bring back Sparrow Racing, I would have to use a controller though, because if you've ever driven a Sparrow on PC, the controls for it on mouse and keyboard to like maneuver and do tricks and everything, it just feels so.
I've kind of gotten used to it, and I think I prefer it now. The way I
Yeah.
can quickly turn around a corner by like flicking the mouse, like it almost makes me feel like I'm power sliding around a corner.
Yeah, I've gotten pretty used to the mouse and keyboard Sparrow stuff, and I think
It
I
did
prefer
take me
it.
a long time though. Like
Yeah.
I was picking up a controller for like the first month of Destiny 2 to use a Sparrow.
Yeah, I'm rocking lower DPI also nowadays. I feel like that helped as well.
am I. Sith Assassin says, "Do you guys think that?" Oh, we didn't answer the question. Do you think we'll get
Oh.
Sparrow racing back?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I wouldn't mind it.
it's not going to be SRL though, because Bungie has to innovate. They can't ever like redo what they did, so it's going to be like Callus Racing League.
RLS.
You know,
Yeah.
Shadow
cool, yeah.
Racing League. You go into the
CLR.
Ascendant Realm, and it's like that sounds awesome.
Racing
Put it in, like,
League
the
of the
vibe.
That actually
Nine.
sounds great.
Yeah, that sounds
Can we
super fun. Ascendant
Trials
Realm?
of Sparrow Racing.
Yeah.
Can we just have the Ascendant Realm be everything?
Mm-hmm.
Just anytime you need to throw a new activity in somewhere, throws in the Ascendant Realm.
Yeah. I like it.
I can't see him bringing it back. I know it's popular. It's really wildly popular among a small group, but I don't feel like it's that widely popular.
I mean,
It was fun for when it was here,
Yeah.
you know.
not everything has
the
to
gear
be like.
didn't look terrible. Like the gear was kind of neat.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, it
fun
was
for a
kinda cool.
time. It doesn't have to be this like staple of Destiny.
Yeah.
With the season, I could see a season with it kind of in there.
Yeah, I could see it just a 2-week type of thing. It's like, yo, Sparrow Racing's back. Callus Racing League is here. Go impress Mr. Callus.
Like a once or twice a season, maybe kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know? Like here's like it's
Yeah.
like 1 week, and then like at the end of the season, here's it for like another week. Here you go.
Yep.
Sith Assassin says, "Do you guys think that the final missions for exotic quests are too easy now, or fine the way they are in difficulty?"
Did you play Whisper? This is a question that I have to
Yeah,
ask.
that was a tough one.
Zero Hour
The
was
Juju
also...
though is easier, right?
Juju is
Yes.
easier for sure.
Yeah.
But I think this is the first one that we've had where I've actually gone in and be like, oh, okay, I could actually solo this. Whereas, you go into 0 Hour and Whisper, and it's like, you got to actually be good at the game to
Yeah.
solo those.
We were not prepared for when the Whisper first came.
Thorn was
like, at all.
soloable. It was
Which one
hard,
was?
but it was soloable. Thorn?
Yeah, Thorn is the hardest one, I think.
You think so?
Yeah, I did that, and I had to use Mountaintop and Recluse. 1,000 Voices to get that soloed, that strike at the end. But like, Whisper is a little bit different because that was during the time of 2 primaries and a heavy.
Yeah, there wasn't really.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why when
Much
Whisper dropped, it
assisting
was
there.
like, oh my god, free ammo.
Getting Whisper made it way easier to get Whisper.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mhm.
The sandbox at the time really constricted us, and now we're mega powerful in comparison.
It's a high impact sniper with constant ammo. You're gonna.
Exactly.
It's gonna be everybody's favorite go-to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think they need to like gatekeep that stuff out heavily because of difficulty.
Yeah.
Like, I think keep the difficult parts in raids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I don't
Yeah.
think there needs to be a thing where, your kind of average player just can never even fathom going in there and getting it done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because then they'll miss out on raids, they'll miss out on a bunch of exotics, and I feel like that's maybe doing a bit too much.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I've got a lot of people always coming in saying, "Yeah, I don't have that because I didn't have a team for it." They, because like the puzzle for the catalyst for Outbreak, like they don't have the catalyst because they don't have the team to help them with the puzzle, I guess. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense. I do like that there is stuff though that does require that.
Yeah.
Like otherwise, like it's okay for everybody not to get everything, right?
Yeah.
Like some
Oh,
Oh,
stuff
yeah, and that's
should require like like a concerted effort among multiple people. I think that's fine.
Yeah, and that's why I really like Catalyst, right? Because it's in that case, it's kind of perfect for that, where it's like, yeah, everyone can get this gun, but if you want the catalyst that makes the gun make orbs and track your kills and add this extra perk, then it's, you're gonna have to do something more difficult.
Play with the team,
Yeah.
buckle down,
Right.
actually get that figured out. And
And
honestly,
that-
it's not
you
like
know,
LFG is difficult to like use,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. I'm coming from a place where I don't have everything in Destiny anymore. Like in Destiny 1, I had everything. In Destiny 2, it's like I pick and choose what I want to get. And a lot of times especially like Destiny 1 exotics coming to Destiny 2, I kind of wait till I need them for power before I go and get them.
Yeah.
Bed of Glory says, with the double exotic quests being released between DLC drops, do you think Bungie can maintain this cadence of content? Feel exotic quests are perfect for filling in the gaps and can't wait to do more.
There's this
Filling in
funny
gaps,
thing.
I
There's
think
not going to be
good.
one every week.
But every week, yeah, there's
Yeah.
not going to be a
Yeah.
new exotic quest every week.
I have
Every way
noticed
too many
a
exotics.
certain trend on Twitter. People saying, "Are we getting an exotic every week?" And I'm like,
Galahorn next week, confirmed.
Galahorn,
who is delusional out here thinking that suddenly we're getting exotics every week? Like that is not happening.
No.
It'd be like, okay, like maybe like 4 or 5 a season. Like that. Well, how many did we get last season? I actually don't know off the top of my
3?
head. We got 3.
I think was it 3? Thorn.
We got
What was
No,
the,
wait, no, last
the
word was
kinetic
previous.
fusion, linear fusion rifle? The hell's that thing
Oh
called?
yeah, that
Oh,
thing from
Arbalist.
the
Arbalist. Yeah,
Yeah.
we got Arbalist. Maybe it was just 2. I feel like there was another one. Maybe not. Can't quite remember.
Chad will tell us what we're forgetting.
Yeah, the cadence of that, it's way too difficult for them to be pumping out every week. It's nice to think that we might be getting that kind of content, but if you've seen Bungie's past record, like that's not the case.
Right.
Oh yeah,
think it is
Outbreak.
good.
Losing
We got Outbreak. That's right.
Oh yeah.
Outbreak, yeah.
Yeah.
losing
Oh,
the
yeah,
support studios, I would think that it's going to come slower than it has been for the last 2
You'd
years.
be
Mhm.
surprised.
So
Yeah.
far, we've gotten Terabah, Truth, Lumina, and Bad Juju in this season. So that's already 4.
And the preview for that machine gun
Yeah.
also though. So I mean that might come this
But isn't that a
season?
Shadowkeep thing? That machine gun?
Oh, that's right. Never mind. Yeah, I think that was probably more
Yeah,
Shadowkeep
it's already a
reveal.
lot.
Yeah, we've already got a lot so far. I mean, if they do
Listen,
happen
this
to,
is like first couple of weeks, and we still have more throughout the season to come.
yeah. I mean, do you think we're gonna get more exotics with like the was it season of or I mean the what's the thing starting in August?
Oh, the
We get the tribute hall and the
Solstice of Heroes.
Oh,
solstice,
yeah.
solstice of heroes. Do you think there's gonna be something there?
I think- I don't know. I
Could
think
be.
that's going to be a lot of focus on the armor, like last time, because last
Yeah.
time the armor was a grind. So I think upgrading that armor is probably going to be the focus.
You know what'd be cool is if they take what we have now and have a bunch of quests for getting the catalyst. Like I'd love a Thorn catalyst.
I would love like
Yeah.
the ornaments, because so for Iron Banner, right, that you could put all of the ornaments on that gear. I would love it if they brought a quest where you could earn the ornament for the Iron Banner gear, earn the ornament for the Crucible gear.
What are they going
And-
to sell at Eververse?
Well, they don't sell those at Eververse. It's just if you have them, great. If you don't have them, you can't get them. So you might as well put it in the game somehow.
I think that's going to be like another like kind of Shadowkeep thing that they might like touch upon then, because of the whole transmog that they're like adding, I guess, to the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. What catalyst would you guys like to see that's missing?
Last word.
That'd be nice.
Good last
Last
word.
word
I
It
think
gives
last
it
word.
quick draw.
Oh, that'd be so nice. How many times I die trying to pull
My
out the
heart
last
just
word?
skipped a
Nope, gotta
beat.
flip it around my hand first.
Woo. What else?
Maybe
Thorn, I think.
chaperone. Chaperone would be cool.
Damn, chaperone. What would it do?
I don't know, give him more range.
Make it a sniper?
Oh god.
How about a better one for Sunshot?
Ooh, ultra catalyst, super RTX
I
catalyst.
just, all I would need it to do for Sunshot is add to the current one where it just gives you more bullets. If
Yeah,
it had
more
more
bullets,
bullets with the
please.
massive explosions, I would be happy.
I do. I like that gun. It's just that there's no freaking ammo.
There's no ammo. Yeah.
So a lot of people are saying Ace also. What would Ace be, I guess? Like,
let's see, what's it missing? Rangefinder. It could use rangefinder. It could use extra rampage.
It could heal you.
I can heal you.
let's make it the ultimate weapon.
It'll
of
cook you breakfast in the
PvP
morning.
right here.
Yeah. How about it randomly gives you extra ammo for your special?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right, there you go.
You can, in fact, what you do is you hold R reload to take away Memento Mori and gives you ammo into your special ammo. Great, right? Easy.
Perfect.
Perfect. There it is.
Great catalyst.
Drag says, with Warmind and Opulence being widely accepted as the best DLC and season of their years, are you worried that Vicarious Visions won't be helping this coming year?
Am I worried?
Personally, no.
Am I worried that Activision isn't helping Bungie anymore? No.
I'm
No.
definitely gonna miss Vicarious Visions. I mean, it's a bummer that they're not gonna be working on Destiny anymore. I can't wait to see what they start working on next. Like, I can't wait to see what their next project is, because they definitely made some awesome Destiny content. Like,
Spire
clearly
Stars
their
is
hearts
really
and
good,
minds
yeah.
were into it. You know, so like, there's definitely a different flavor, right? Like a slightly different flavor of the Vicarious Vision stuff. And so I can't wait to see what their next project is. Like, I'll be watching the news, seeing what Vicarious Visions now working on the unreleased.
Here's how I feel about that: is that maybe the people that were really passionate about that stuff. I don't know about the studios and the politics or anything, but maybe some of those people have been contracted or hired to come over to work for Bungie.
Oh, that'd be good.
You know what I mean? So like the really passionate people for Destiny stuff that worked on PC and all that, maybe they worked out a contract to bring them over for certain amounts of time to do stuff in the Destiny world. Also, Bungie has been in business for a long time, so they're aware that they have to grow their staff and do things with other with more people to maintain the scheduling.
I wonder how Bungie internally feels about that, and I wonder if it had anything to do with the breakup with Activision, having other people work on the game. You know, like there's been stuff in the news over the years about how they were unhappy. Was it Ensemble who made the Halo Wars games? Ensemble Studios? That they didn't like that at all. They didn't like that Microsoft handed the Halo franchise off to another studio to do the Halo Wars games. So I wonder if that same sentiment existed.
Actually, yeah. If you think about it, if you're bringing in, so say Activision's like, hey, we have this new studio for you. You have to work with them.
Yeah.
Could it be that actually caused more work because you're having to teach people how to make a Destiny game?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe they make something and they bring it to Bungie and they're like, not really. And they have to spend time changing it. So yeah, you could look at it from that way. Like, yes, they're losing like a studio of manpower, but we don't actually know how much of a back and forth had to happen between Bungie and kind of shadowing the people at VV to make sure that they were doing the content the way that Bungie needs to do stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll have to wait for Jason Schreier's next book to find out.
Yep, the tell-all details.
I never played Halo, so any question that's relating to Halo, I'm just over my head. I was a PS4 person, PS3, PS2, PS1, yeah.
The whole series comes out on PC. Should give it a stream.
I'm definitely going to be playing that for the first time, yeah. I'm kind of excited to see like what the legendary Halo is like, I guess, that everybody's been raving about for however many years now.
It'll feel a lot slower.
Did anybody play, when those came out, did anybody play like Halo 1, Halo 2? Like they were hard to go back to for me. Halo 1 particularly, with like no sprint, no, like it just felt like so
You talking about the remaster?
So antiquated. Yeah, the remaster for Xbox One.
Yep. I actually really enjoyed it. I felt it was nostalgic. Yes, it definitely showed its air, or like it's glad that things have moved forward, but it was nostalgic, and you could see why it was a great game.
Yeah, no aim down sight. Like I still remember like walking down like out of the library in Halo 1 into like that big battle that was raging and being completely blown away. You know, like I'm not discounting those games or the achievement, but man, it was hard to go back and like play through the whole game with like that slow movement. And
yeah.
So overall, would you say like did it age well then, or like
some things do, some things don't? Like the not ADSing and not being able to sprint definitely like feel. I wish they just added that. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
MB Gonzo says, "Hi, I'm from Portugal. I love the podcast. I never watch it live, but I always listen to the audio version. Did you ever make an excuse for not having to have? I'm sorry. Did you ever make an excuse for not having special time in quotes, if you know what I mean, with your significant other just to play video games?"
Oh, it's super easy for me. We're both playing the same game. We're both up till 4 a.m. and we're like, want to go to sleep? Yes, I want to go to sleep. It's really easy.
I don't think so. Never had to make an excuse.
I think it's because it's like our job, though, like to do this, that, you know, we don't have to worry about like, all right, so here's our actual job. Then we come home, play video games, and then worry about time with anyone else because this is our job, you know? So we can pretty much make time whenever we want to, you know?
Yeah.
There were definitely some times, though, that I was getting tapped on the shoulder. Like, hey, wrap it up.
Come on, buddy.
It's midnight. But I never had to make an excuse. I mean, Burn pretty much sums it up. Like, my excuse is this is work. You know, I'm working here.
Yeah.
Can't you see?
And then she's like, "Are you, Briar? There's no recording software going. Your stream's not on. Are you, Briar?" Briar's sitting there in his VR headset with his driving game steering wheel out.
He's learning about the game.
That's right.
He's
Research.
Research.
Deep research.
Yeah.
Deep research.
Justice Beaver 23 says, "What do you consider to be the greatest accomplishment of your life?"
This is too deep. I did not sign up for a therapy session. Oh man.
What?
I mean, for me, one of the big ones, I'm gonna leave like family stuff out of this because
Are we
you know,
doing
that stuff
video
gets
game
personal
related or
and
just
it's also boring.
overall?
I'm gonna go with not having to have a 9-to-5 job. That's a pretty good one.
It was pretty good.
Yeah. You know, now that I think about it, I'm going to go with yours as well, Briar. For the most part in my adult life, I have not had to have a 9-to-5 job.
Yeah.
It's weird, right? Because
it's been stressful.
When you think about
definitely. Not cushioning it, but yes, I have been my own boss for a long time.
Yeah, it's interesting because, you know, you spend so many years doing it every day. You wake up, you stream, you go to sleep. It's the same thing for so long that when you meet someone new and you tell them what you do and they're like, "Oh, that's amazing. It's so cool." And you're like, "Oh, yeah, it is pretty cool, huh? That's pretty cool."
Yeah.
I'm going to say meeting Pope Bear and have him do all the work for us. That's
been awesome.
That was an awesome accomplishment.
Feel like-
I've had to
That
do a
works.
lot
He
of
just does
Pope Bear's
everything.
work this week. And I'm looking
sucked.
forward to him coming home.
Yeah.
Briar
man.
Briar was working all the finances, guys, and he told us to spend it on drugs and alcohol.
Mhm.
So-
Literally did that.
Yep.
Drugs and booze. I was gonna there's like a little memo. I was gonna write that in the memo for everybody's paycheck. I'm like, wait a minute, some like tax attorney might see this. I'm gonna let this one slide.
I don't really have an answer for that question, by the way. I don't know. I probably, I guess, the same as you guys. Probably, yeah. Not having worked 9 to 5.
Yeah, not living that cubicle life is dope.
Yep.
I highly recommend trying it out. If you can swing it.
A lot of perseverance.
Yeah, I mean, it's not easy. And some
No.
months are going to be tighter than other months. But, it's not all about money. Life isn't about who makes the most amount of money. Life is about who gets to have the most fun.
Exactly, man.
There you go. Exactly. So you might have some months where you're like, "Oh, really need you to pay me right now, otherwise it's gonna be dicey." But you get I get to be home with my cats, which is huge, because they've had me at home for like 10 years, basically. So I can't even imagine what they would be like without me not being home.
Today I fucked off. I went and test drove 2 Mustangs, and I did some research on Lime Rock racing, and found out how to sign up for a track day at the Lime Rock racetrack in Northern Connecticut. And Also, did a little research on wine tastings. So me and Jan are going to do a wine tasting on Saturday.
That sounds great, Briar.
There you go.
Yeah, that was my day.
Nice. It's a good day.
Dreadnought 2 says, Bad Juju is back in Destiny 2. However, another installment of Fast and Furious is currently in production, and the title of the movie is yet to be revealed. If Vin Diesel asked you to name the title of Fast and Furious 9 with the last silly text message you sent, what would it be?
Oh, the last text message I sent? Okay, let me check.
I don't have my
Fast
phone.
and the Furious 9. And look at the last text message you sent.
My last text message was to Tomo. And it was, so there's an anime that has just been picked up from Crunchyroll, by Crunchyroll. And it's called Given. And it is a boy love music anime.
Nice.
So mine was telling him like, oh, remember that show that I told you about? It's coming to Crunchyroll. We can watch it. So mine is about Fast and the Furious 9. Boy loving music and booze.
All right. Mine?
Yeah.
Mine is capital K. So Fast and the Furious 9, ... or colon, capital K, space, BB.
No, you text like that. Jeez, how did that?
All right.
So what it is?
Burn?
I don't have my phone on me, so I'm like going through my Discord DMs right now, trying to find something.
The last text I sent was, it would be called Fast and the Furious 9. Want to go to a wine tasting on Saturday, which I think
that's a pretty good
really
title.
is going to be a
That's
new
catchy.
leaf.
A good time. If I use
a
the
new
whole
leaf
text
for the Fast and the Furious series,
my
much
full
more
text
mature
would be
audience.
a very long title. So I was trying to be like, do you remember when I told you about that show, right? The one with the boy loving and the guitar playing?
Also a new leaf for the Fast and Furious series.
It's not really a quote, but it's actually an emote that I pretty much just send by itself very, very, very frequently. And it's just pretty much of a dog with like very angry eyebrows, like just like
it's an
drawn
emoji.
on.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it. Fast and the Furious 9.
Nobody
emoji.
I'm surprised that we didn't get Fast and the Furious 9 eggplant emoji.
Yeah.
Be that I just posted in the chat.
Justice Beaver 23 says Desert Island Situation. You have one band to listen to for the rest of your life. You can listen to their complete works and covers of their songs by other people.
Oh.
If they are a current band still releasing music, you can adopt any new music they make into your listening library.
I think I would go with the Beatles. Just because they have such good music and there's so many covers, especially if we're talking about all the covers on YouTube, all the covers on Spotify. Like there's so many covers that you could listen to. So I think that would be good for me.
And then you got McCartney kept writing songs far after the Beatles.
So
there's going to be music in there that you've probably never heard of, right?
Like that Destiny song.
Tarzan music.
Yeah.
That's perfect for a desert island.
How about that Destiny song? Paul McCartney was on Mars.
Oh yeah,
that's right.
That was a classic.
Yep, forgot about that. It's in the Lost Sector.
This is always super hard for me because I'm like, I can't pick a single artist and then live by that. Yeah. The Desert Island stuff is tough, man. It changes day by day.
Mm-hmm.
The emotional conflict is what those create.
I wonder if the right answer here is going to be somebody like Bill Withers or Dolly Parton, who wrote a shit ton of stuff that you had no idea she wrote, and covers like tons of different like musical categories. So you'll be getting like Dolly Parton's catalog, which you may or may not be into, but you also be getting like tons of like pop music, rock music, country music. Like you'll be getting a ton of stuff that you had no idea. Bill Withers is the same way. He's like one of the most prolific songwriters of all time, and you've never heard of him.
That might be the play.
That might be the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Do a little research here. I think
That's the thing.
Move.
Yeah, you got to Google before you fill in that box.
Yeah, totally.
I'm torn between two right now. One being either Panic at the Disco or Queen, I guess.
Queen would have a lot of covers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's I base my decision on the amount of covers. Like the amount of covers I've heard about the Beatles is a lot.
By the way, I want to know how many people who are actually watching the show, also listeners, didn't know that Paul McCartney did a song for Destiny. There's an actual video.
If you go to the Lost Sector in Tangled Shore, the one with all the dancing Fallen Boys.
Oh, that's right.
You can hear it.
Yeah.
Wait, it plays there?
I
actually didn't realize that.
Yep.
Drew says, given an unlimited budget and pool of resources, what would your dream cosplay be?
Cosplay.
Dream cosplay.
Ooh.
I don't dream of cosplay that often.
Yeah, not really all that much.
It's not in my top 5 dreams.
Dream cosplay.
It's got to be something expensive, something magical, not just like, one that you could do fairly easy. Ooh.
Is there something that I could turn into a profit? Like the outfit is made out of like solid gold. So like after the cosplay event, I can make a little cash on the side.
Okay, if we're going down that line, how about I cosplay the entire world of Ready Player One and then take that technology and become a pioneer in that technology?
I like it. I like it.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We're anime fans, so it's kind of hard.
I'm going to cosplay as Fort Knox.
I thought you were going to say Fortnite. Because Fortnite might be the way you cosplay as Fortnite, and it's so good that everyone's just playing you. So you get all that Fortnite money.
Epic pays you. There you
I'm gonna cosplay as Jeff Bezos' net worth.
Yes. Play as his primary checking account. Cosplay as his debit card.
Fridays, guys.
Oh, it's on now. I bet you can buy 5 Ferraris before he even notices.
Oh, dude, he's spending $1 billion a year on a space program because he doesn't know what to do with all that money.
Right?
Yeah.
Nobody else got an answer?
It's too hard.
It's so hard.
There's cosplays that I'd like to do, but they're not that extravagant, so I'm not gonna pick them.
Yeah.
I want to pick ones where it's got like working wings or something that can use to fly.
I like how you guys are taking it serious.
Every once in a while.
Very serious.
Yeah, you guys are taking a legit cosplay that you would actually go to like a con with. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have cosplayed at like conventions before, but that was back before I didn't have like streaming money, so I didn't have a whole lot to really spend on like actual props. So I'd do like handcrafted, like with little styrofoam sheets that I would find at like whatever craft stores. So, but I mean, I don't know off the top of my head. I'd probably have to think about that one.
In the actual spirit of the question, I would get Adam Savage to help me make Star-Lord's outfit from Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's a cool one.
Because that would actually be a really cool experience to hang out with Adam Savage and make, because he does that kind of stuff, right? That would that'd be a fun time. K Brash says, do y'all like the shooting range?
Yes, it's cool.
I do. I haven't used it much. Do we in Destiny or the real shooting range?
The one down the street. It's great. It's popping. Literally. Pop.
I used the little things for like to summon the captain, and when I was hitting it with this grenade launcher, I ended up missing the last shot because for some reason, I don't know why, I think the captain's AI just it dodged. It did like the little teleport away.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't think I was like, is
range?
this supposed to? Yeah, like the captain actually teleported away from the last shot of my grenade launcher. I was like, excuse me?
Bizarre thought. What if Callus is actually transmatting these enemies from out of nowhere. Like they're walking around like the Tangled Shore. Suddenly they get transmitted out and they have some sort of device that's like limiting all their abilities.
Oh, they're just like frozen.
They're frozen, and that captain just had a moment where it could teleport, but it's like secretly screaming inside while you're shooting it.
Right.
Well, that's very sad. I would never do that again.
Just experiencing so much pain getting shot over and over again.
Unbelievable. You
that one
filthy
captain?
warlocks using that shooting range like that. Jesus. How could you?
Just look into his eyes. You could see the pain.
You can do that now. You can look in the eyes.
Yeah, that you can. Yeah.
Anon says there's a new lore book, the Chronicon, which depicts our guardian basically killing all of our current allies to make Callus happy. If Callus asked for a bite of Briar, would you share, or would that be the straw that breaks the camel's back?
Is this even a question?
No.
Obvious.
Yeah, I mean, Briar's a tall man. He can
break off a piece. Come on, man.
We can break off a little piece for Callus, okay?
Oh, we all get food poisoning. Mohican 9 says, you saw a murder and you're going to be the witness, or you're going to be put into the witness protection program. What would be your new name and where would you want to move?
My new name. Oof.
I want to be Stone Rockhard. And I live in...
there's an app called VRV, and you don't choose your own name in VRV. It has like randomly generated names that you do. So I'm gonna go with my VRV randomly generated name, which is the best fruity flanker. So that'll be my new name.
Fruity flanker.
And I don't know. Oh, I'll go to Okinawa in Japan because then I used to be on a beach in Japan. Is it the best fruity flanker?
Is the Wu-Tang name generator still up?
What?
Probably. I wouldn't
we could all do that.
I'm gonna go with the autocorrect of Tefty. I'm gonna go with Terry Test because I'm always getting autocorrected to that, and that'll be my new name. And I'll move to let's go Central America. What's a good place in Central America?
The one with all the coke, probably?
Yeah, I want to be a coke farmer.
I don't know if that's a great job.
Sounds exciting.
I don't know if that's the best undercover
sounds
job.
like you're going to have some good stories.
Also not the best undercover
Are you
job.
Terry Test, coke farmer? Bruh.
My name is Unlucky Mercenary. There you go. That sounds
That's your Wu-Tang name?
Yes.
Oh, my Wu-Tang name is
Prophet.
Oh,
Biddo
that's
Wizard.
Good. Oh, you got good ones.
Nice.
Why am I an unlucky mercenary?
I'm going to go by that from now
Han
on.
Solo, actually, is what we
are. Nick Stinziani says, you're driving down the highway and an armored bank vehicle in front of you suddenly with an armored bank. So basically this thing breaks open. Suddenly large sums of money are pouring out of the vehicle. You pull over, grab the cash, or keep driving.
This happened just recently.
It's literally happened.
Yeah, it did. I'm pulling over.
Probably.
We are definitely grabbing
I'm pulling
cash.
over. I'm ripping the license plate off of my car so that asshole who filmed the whole thing doesn't get to see my car. I'm covering my face, and I'm picking up as much cash as I can, and I'm stuffing it in the back of the Accord.
I feel like I would want to pull over, but realistically, I would just keep driving.
Realistically, yeah, I would not. But honestly, I would definitely pull over at the same time. I don't know. I'd probably just have to.
I just feel like I'd be like, oh man, I really want to pull over. It'd be so good. And then by the time I'm like, should I do it? Should I do it? I think it's gone.
Yeah, I guess in retrospect, like it also depends on how many people. Like, are you gonna pull over and cause an accident?
You might get murdered.
Yeah, are people suddenly going to go ravenous because there's like money flying on the ground and all that? Like,
did you see the video? That was very orderly. People were just minding their own shit, picking up dollar bills off the ground.
Okay.
like I would be
Everybody,
doing.
like,
I'm shocked right
high-fiving,
now that
being
you
like,
guys wouldn't pull over and start picking up
Well, I
free
mean, if
money.
people started pulling over already, I'd probably be like, oh, well, okay.
Yeah, if they're doing it.
I mean,
I guess I
everybody
can
else
do
is
it.
doing it.
But if I'm the first one, I'd be like, ooh.
I mean, I pull over for emergency vehicles. I pull over for cash. Why not? Come on.
Yeah, man. That's an emergency.
That is definitely
This
an
is clearly
emergency.
an emergency. That
Were they
money
like
needs to find
$1
a home.
bills or what? What
don't
was
know.
on? What was on the ground? Do we?
I'm
have any
assuming
idea?
it's
Like,
assorted bills. You know,
Yeah.
like if
okay.
it's they probably have stacks of various amounts that got blown out. So you might like run across a bunch of hundos and be like, okay.
Have you guys ever been in one of those money machines where you're in like a cube and they got a fan in it and it's
No.
blowing the
I've never
dollar
been on
bills
one.
around?
Oh,
and
you
you
I've
trying
grab
to
never
grab
been
it?
on
dollar bills out of the air?
Yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
been on an evening game show.
I was in one of those. They brought one into our high school, and I was in one, and it was awesome. It was the most
Briar
exciting
lives a
60
different
seconds of my life.
That I wish I could live.
What's that?
Briar lives a different life that I wish I could live. What high school is
That was awesome.
Sounds
I think it
awesome.
was because I sold a certain amount of magazines in like the magazine drive or some stupid thing like that.
Magazine drive. Wow, nice.
Mr. Goodbite says, "What Pokemon would fit best in the Destiny universe and why?"
Oh, this is a burn question right here.
Mm.
Oh. See, there's like 900 of them, so that's not really easy to just
There is
narrow
a
down
lot.
just to one.
The correct answer is Sandic.
Exactly. Sandic is primo. Beginning, middle, evolved, whatever the hell. Sandic has got you covered. Gigantic, Giganto, whatever.
Gigantamax.
Gigantamax Sandic.
Overall, I'd have to say probably Arceus. No, either Arceus or Mewtwo. Either one of those. Arceus is like the god Pokemon in Pokemon lore, technically, right now.
Would he be a
so
raid boss? Would we have to go kill him?
That would, yeah. I was to say that would be really sick if we could do something like that.
That would be really cool.
I've never heard of this Pokemon.
Weird. And you knew it was Sandic right off the bat.
Strange. I know Pikachu and I know Sandic.
You know Bulbasaur? I mean,
Well,
a little
Bulbasaur, of
bit.
course. Bulbasaur, you know, like that type of thing.
It just sounds like Tefty's gone to a school trying to talk to the Pokemon kids. He's like, yeah,
Hello.
whoop, whoop.
Hello,
can't say
fellow
children.
Pokemon gamers. How do you do? Bulbasaur.
Rob says, Briar, have you considered selling your beard water? I got my first shipment of Tefties last night. Tastes great. Did you guys see somebody actually vaped her bath water?
Is that real
Okay.
or like just
Oh, I don't even.
I don't know, man. It was like a
No.
YouTube video. Who knows if it was real?
because they probably, you know, because there's some.
I don't
strange
believe that
hype.
that person was lucky enough to get her bath water. It was a very limited stock and sold instantly. So I think it's a lie.
I don't
There you
know.
go.
You
How is
just
that
blew my
limited?
mind. It's sold out.
Yeah. It sold out very quickly.
Huh, how much was she charging for it?
$30.
What?
$30?
What?
Yeah.
How much water was even in that?
It's like a tub.
Yo, how much water am I getting from your bath water?
It's like a small kind of.
That's my concern.
Is this a good deal?
You're
Bad
charging
deal? Am I getting
$30.
ripped
I
off?
don't know what I'm getting.
This is more expensive than Fiji one. What the fuck?
It's used for sentimental purposes.
Sentimental purpose.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
That's you're not supposed to drink it. Hey, if she can make that much money selling some water that she like
More
played
power
in
to her.
Oh, I am not
Right.
hating.
Yeah,
Trust.
definitely. Shows up on eBay for like $500.
This is going on Patreon. I am definitely selling some beard
Oh,
water.
we
We're
could do
doing
our own
this.
version on
So I
Patreon.
said, man.
Yeah.
Just after I wash in a beard, rinse it out
My
into a bucket.
shower drain is a little clogged as it is, so this is gonna be easy. Sith Assassin says Briar's image quality last week was godly, but many watched the DVD logo. You should keep the floaty DVD background. The community can then place monetary bets on how long it takes to perfectly hit a corner. If it goes well, you can fund Ferrari Fridays with the profits. Thoughts?
I think
Win.
that's a great plan.
There you go.
Win. The house always wins. Briar, you can rig it so it never goes.
I kind of did, actually. This is a YouTube video of the DVD logo bouncing around. And if you've been watching it, you've actually been watching the exact same video you watched last week.
Beautiful. I'm not disappointed
Oh,
at
wait,
all.
it's going to hit.
No, it ain't.
Oh, so close.
Oh.
That's $5. $5 per bounce.
I'll have to come up with something stupid now next week. Last question of the night. Julio says, you have one genie wish, no wishing for more wishes or more genies or any variant of that. The genie will do everything to make the wish backfire, so you have to get the wording perfect. All together, you need to craft the perfect wish.
This is one of those. You know,
The monkey paw. You guys ever read the monkey paw Reddit thread?
No.
Oh, it's a good one. It's a good subreddit. It's just people like making wishes, and then everybody in the comments just tears it apart.
Oh, that sounds
really
great.
funny. It is. It's funny. It's meant lighthearted. You know, the monkey paw. You've heard of the monkey paw, right?
Yes.
It's like,
Yeah.
I mean,
It's tough. You gotta like word it just right.
I wish
yeah.
to undo the rules of the fact that there are no extra wishes, and then allows me to have extra wishes to then wish on out of the other crap.
I wish that Pope's tattoo got transferred to Patrick's ass.
Oh, that is the best wish.
I know it's going to happen. Suddenly, Patrick is going to have a donkey, and it gets transferred to the donkey.
Oh.
Oh.
Should have
There you
said
go.
buttocks.
You have to be specific.
Cheek buttocks.
Buttocks that belongs to
I
Patrick.
just wanted to ink that thing. I think the genie might make an exception here. You'd be like, you know, I usually try and fuck with people's wishes, but this one, I'm gonna just do it straight. We gotta ink that stink.
I would be very happy if he woke up one day and had a tattoo on his butt.
I'd want it to feel fresh.
How would
and
he
hurt.
notice it is the thing.
Exactly, Burn. Will he notice
wouldn't-
a
yeah, that's true.
tattoo
He
on
wouldn't
his ass?
Someday.
Whoa,
He'll be like, what the fuck?
that's been there for how long? Actually, you know how he's going to find out? He's going to go back to Japan. He's going to go to that place. He's going to take off the towel, and they're going to be like, get the hell out of here.
They're gonna be like, "Get out! Get out of here.
Yakuza son of a bitch. Get out of here. And that's how he's going to discover he's got a tattoo on his ass. Thanks, Genie. You're the best.
I like it. I like it. That's
like
it.
this.
That's all the Twitter questions.
That's it."
That's it.
All right.
We
Every
actually
single one of them.
have like a 2-hour show,
We have an hour 40-ish.
an hour 40
Wow.
show.
Like a
Ooh.
quick one.
That's what happens when you only have 4 people on the
Wow.
podcast.
Like a discount.
When
DCP.
Fran isn't butted in, being like, "Guys, I have a really professional question to ask."
Fran's giving hair advice with these questions of, genies and stuff.
Fran's cost me $1,300 every time I see him.
Fran's talking about fresh camera setups. Jesus. My God. Yeah, the TWAB was
We
empty,
miss
right?
Fran. Fran will be back next week if anybody's curious.
Yep.
He's
Fran will be
visiting
back next
family
week.
this week.
Actually,
With
he was busy
good
wrestling alligators down in Florida. That's a big
That's
pastime
what I
of
meant
his.
by visiting family.
Wrestling alligators.
Yeah, it's the same
That's
thing.
family.
He goes down to Florida.
From a family of
He
alligators.
meets up, and then he goes alligator wrestling. It's a big whole thing. A lot of crawdads involved
Yeah.
as well. Yeah.
He does that thing where he sticks his head right in their mouth too.
Yeah.
It's great. Check out his Instagram stories. It's amazing.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate all the support. If you support us on the various socials and Patreon, want to say thank you very much for all that. And also, we do have another show, DCP Side Quest, which happens Mondays, 1 p.m. Pacific time, where we get to talk about things and stuff.
Video games.
Things
Yeah.
and stuff.
Things and stuff.
I
Like
can't
maybe
wait. Well,
the
this
new.
week we'll definitely be talking about that Nintendo Switch
this-
Lite.
Yeah.
Yes.
the
I
new
know that. I know Eric's almost had a heart attack in Twitter chat.
Eric's is gonna
Yeah.
lose his.
He was defibrillating all over the place. Good.
Be ready for even faster talking on Monday.
Exactly.
It's gonna
Excited.
I don't get that. He talks like at a perfectly normal rate to me. Like
Yeah, he talks. I
have
understand
no
him.
trouble.
I understand. I'm
No
fine
trouble.
too. I hear people say that he talks fast, but I've never actually seen someone say that he talks fast. So maybe it's fake outrage.
Maybe.
Yes.
Fake
Totally.
out.
That's probably what it is.
Fake rage.
Yeah.
It also could be that I've listened to about 1,000 hours of him talking about Monster Hunter on his YouTube channel, so I've just gotten used to the accent. That could be part of it too.
Seems like you guys need to watch more Eric's YouTube videos.
That's right.
So if you want to find more of me, you can talk to me at Teft on Twitter. You can catch my streams, twitch.tv/TeftyTeft, and follow me on Instagram. Use code TeftyTeft on Epic whatevers if you're going to pre-order Borderlands 3 or buy a skin or something like that.
I am Miss 5000 Watts. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. Just look for Miss 5000 Watts.
I'm BurnBxx. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at BurnBxx.
I'm Briar Rabbit. You can find me driving over to the Land of Nod Winery. That's actually what the place is called. We're going to be there on Saturday, so if anybody's around and wants to do a wine tasting, come get drunk with me. That'll be fun.
Briar's wine tasting.
Yeah, Land of Nod. It sounds like a 80s, like
never-ending story.
Like Dark Crystal kind of thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god, that part of freaking... Oh, that was so good. I don't even want to say what it's from, but it was so good.
Won't say it. All right, thanks for watching, guys. That's the episode. Appreciate all the support.
Thank you, guys.
We will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, Fran. Fran's in chat.
Hey, Fran. Good job wrestling alligators. Bye.